Hey YouTubers, blog buddies, and Facebook friends and family. This is Remy365 back again with my first official movie review. A movie I like to call, well, the studio actually named it, but yeah, Thor. I'm so excited for this to be my first movie review because it was awesome. Yeah, technical things first out there for the review. The movie is called Thor. Internationally, it's known as The Mighty Thor. I guess domestically he's not mighty, or maybe we have a problem with Norse gods in America. Is that a little bit of judgmental racism something going on, America? Want to talk about it? Anyway, back to the technical specifics. It is 114 minutes long, which does not feel that way. And you can see it in either 2D or real D, 3D, IMAX experience where things fly at your face at a million miles an hour, which I think either way this film is great visually. Altogether, the effects are amazingly brilliant, but I'll get into that in a moment. It's directed by Kenneth Branagh, which was an odd twist for a comic book film, but after seeing the film, I understand why he is a logical and good choice. Chris Hemsworth, who is a relative newcomer, plays the title role of Thor, which not only does he make a good hero, he has some comedic timing to him, and he has a great sense of the character, so I was pleasantly surprised to have him there, not to mention he is extensively easy on the eyes. Yeah. Natalie Portman plays Jane Foster, who is the astrophysicist who discovers Thor. She kind of finds the storm anomaly, which brings him to Earth. And, of course, Natalie Portman, come on, she could read the box of my Honey Nut Cheerios, and I would just sit there like this. She's good. She's good. Kat Dennings, I'm not sure, some of you may not know her. She plays Darcy, which is Jane Foster's assistant, and she's a great actress. She's got a very brilliant, dry sense of humor. She was in Charlie Bartlett, Nick and Nora's Infinite Playlist. She was even the House Bunny. In the House Bunny. She wasn't the House Bunny. That's Anna Faris. Aw. But anyway, I'm getting off track. Anthony Hopkins as Odin, Thor's father. Brilliant. Amazing. Great. Renee Russo. I haven't seen her on camera in a long time. She plays Thor's mother, Frigga, and looking beautiful and amazing as ever. A particular standout for me was Tom Hiddleston, who I haven't seen him in anything, I don't think. He's an English actor, and he plays Loki, Thor's brother. And this ties in the whole Kenneth Branagh directing this. Tom Hiddleston brings this weighty Shakespearean aspect to Thor as the son that was not chosen to be king. I thought he was brilliant, intense, great villain, but at the same time, you really feel for the guy, which I always look for in movies like this. Anyway, back to Thor. I don't know, I didn't read a lot of Thor comic books growing up, so I don't know if the story was spot on, but, or the Avengers story, for that matter, but it's all feeding into the Avengers, leading up to that. Thor and Hulk and Iron Man and Captain America are all going to hook up next year, apparently, in the Avengers movie. I just said they're all going to hook up. That's my little gay fantasy for the Avengers movie. But anyway, this movie works on so many levels, and I know that some people had a problem with it being a comic book movie because it's not your typical comic book movie. It's like Shakespeare meets fantasy epic, science fiction meets beginning of a comic book story. But each level works on its own and integrated together the way that Kenneth Branagh directed it. Just turned out to be an amazing piece of film, in my humble opinion. And visually, it's stunning. Asgard, the universe that Thor comes from, is just beautiful and breathtaking, and the costumes are phenomenal. And it's just a great movie experience. I firmly believe in suspension of disbelief. So I'm not the kind of guy who goes to a movie going, that could never happen. Or, that looks cheesy or that looks schmaltzy or whatever. It's another world. It's another place. That's why I go to movies for, is to escape and go into this other world. So this definitely took me there. Um, the Frost Giants, the villains, are wicked, cool, creepy, and big and scary, and have the best battle scenes. Whether it's 3D or 2D, I don't think it matters. The fight scenes are great, awesome choreography, visual stunning. The story is great and easy to follow, and gives you a real sense and the backstory, because it flashes between Thor being on Earth and what happened to him prior in Asgard. So you get the story interwoven, and I like the way it kind of bounces back and forth, so you never tire of what you're looking at. Plus the fact that a good twist for me is the Earthbound scenes are filmed in New Mexico, which, if you've ever been to New Mexico, I lived there. It's beautiful. It's amazing. I don't know why more movies aren't made up there. It's a very land of enchantment, so that is a great place to be and film. Back to the comic book thing in the Avengers, there is a small, he's never credited or named or anything, but Hawkeye shows up in the movie, so you'll have to watch for that. Jeremy Renner's going to play Hawkeye, which, another brilliant choice, but I digress. Anyway, so Thor, go see it. It's great. It's got eye candy. It's got action. It's got suspense. It's got comedy. For you straight guys out there, it's got Natalie Portman. Come on, Kat Dennings. Cute, sexy, wonderful, But from my standpoint, it's all about Chris Hemsworth and his really big hammer. Anyway, so Thor, it's number one movie 2 weeks in a row. It just made $35 million this weekend alone. So, if you want to have fun at the movies, if you want to get away for 2 hours, go see the movie. It's fantastic. It's awesome. You won't regret it. And if you do, then I will just look at you like this. And tell you you're crazy, because it's worth going, escaping. Life is poopy enough on occasion, so just go see Thor. I mean, for me, for Chris, for Natalie, just go see Thor. Ooh, and stay, if you're a comic book geek like I am, or a superhero geek like I really am, stay to the end of the credits, because at the end of every one of the Marvel movies, there's a little snippet that gives you a little hint, preview as to what's coming next. And so stay tuned for that at the end of the credits. Anyway, take care, peace out. I hope this was a good review for everybody. I'd like to give a little shout out to my Asgardian backdrop here, which is technically a blanket that my bestie Kelly Zuber made for me many years ago. It's a little nod to her and to Thor, because she's such a Thor freak. So, hey Kelly, that's for you. And I will check you guys out next week or something. And take care, and hope your week starts off well. It is Monday. My week is starting off with a Thor buzz, so I'm good to go. Peace.